Hi dear parents, welcome back to another math hour. Today we are going to learn how to solve a basic trigonometry style question. Trigonometry is a way of solving and figuring out the length of a triangle or the angle of a triangle when given specific pieces of information. To do trigonometry, you have to learn certain formulas and certain techniques. And I will show you step by step what formulas to use and how it is used. So let's begin. Let's try. Trigonometry always deals with right angled triangles. What is a right angled triangle? A triangle that is L-shaped, and that L-shape means that this angle right here is always going to be 90 degrees. Trigonometry only deals with right angle triangles. Now, we have a right angle triangle here. We know that this angle right here is 49 degrees. We know that the length of this side of the triangle is 27 centimeters. And the question is, what is the length of this side of the triangle right over here? To do this kind of question, we have to use trigonometry. And we're going to follow certain steps. So let's do the steps together. Step number 1. Always label the sides of the triangles. It's an extremely important step. We have to label the sides of a trigonometry style triangle. How do we do this? Start with 90-degree angle right here. Take your ruler and draw a line from the 90 degrees to the other side of the triangle. And this side of the triangle, which is opposite of 90 degrees, right over here, will always be called the hypotenuse. Okay? First side of the triangle. This one is called the hypotenuse. Now, take a look at the small angle that you've been given right here. Take your ruler and draw a straight line from the small angle all the way to the opposite side of the triangle, right here. Draw an arrow straight from small angle to the opposite side. And what is this side of the angle called? This side of the triangle called? This side is called the opposite. And finally, what is this side of the triangle called right here? This side is called adjacent, which is a fancy word meaning next to the angle. Opposite, hypotenuse, adjacent. Step 1, done. Step 2. Before you start doing math, you have to know what information do you have in this problem right here. What do we have? First, angle. Have they given you an angle over here in this triangle? Not 90 degrees. We don't care about 90 degrees. That's always there. Is there any other angle you see here? Yes, we have this angle right here. And this angle is 49 degrees. Let's write it down. Next, do we know the length of any side of the triangle? Well, yeah, the opposite side of the triangle is 27 centimeters. Good, easy. Now, what do we have to find? What do you have to find in this problem? What length do we care about? Well, let's take a look at the question mark. Aha, question mark right here. We care about the adjacent. We have to find the adjacent side. That is what we have to figure out using math. And that's it. Step 2 is done. We got all the information we need to solve this problem. Do we care about the hypotenuse? No. It's not asking us to find the hypotenuse. It hasn't given any information here. If it's not given us anything over here, we don't care about it. Don't worry about it. Just care about the angle, the number that they gave you for one side, and the number they want you to find out for the other side. That's it. Step 2, done. Step 3. This is the important step. Let's take a look, because in this step, you have to use the right formula in order to solve the answer. Let's take a look at 3 trigonometry formulas. Take a look. They've got fancy names, but they're very easy. The first formula right here, this SIN, is pronounced sine. Let me write it for you. This is called sine. Sine of an angle is equal to the opposite side divided by hypotenuse. The next formula is COS, which is pronounced cosine. The cosine of an angle is equal to the adjacent divided by hypotenuse. And finally, tan. Tan means tangent. The tangent of some angle is equal to the opposite side divided by the adjacent side. Now we have to figure out which one of these formulas do we use in order to solve our question right here. How do we do this? Take a look at your step 2, the information that you have. First of all, you're given an angle, okay? Angle is good. We have an angle. All 3 formulas uses an angle. That's fine. Now, we have an opposite. So let's go back to our formula. We have an opposite, which means that we could probably use this, and we can probably use this. We can't use cosine. Why? There's no opposite here. There's nothing opposite. Can't use it. So cosine is not needed. So we either have to use sine or tangent. Let's look at the information again. We have the angle. We've got the opposite. We need to find adjacent. Let's go back to the formula. Let's see. Adjacent. That's hypotenuse. That's adjacent. So which formula should we use? We're not using this. We're going to use tangent. Tangent of an angle is equal to opposite over adjacent. This is the information we have. We don't have an hypotenuse. We cannot use sine. We cannot use cosine. We're going to use tangent. So let's get rid of the sine. We're going to use tangent theta, or tangent of an angle, is equal to opposite over adjacent. Let's plug in things. I'm going to write it for you right over here, okay? Let's see. Now, this is where it gets a little tricky. In trigonometry, you have to use special calculators to calculate the sine, the cosine, the tangent of angles. We don't have those calculators here, so I will give you the answer. I will tell you the answer. What is the sine or cosine or tangent of an angle? Until I teach you how to do it on your own. In the meantime, I will tell you, okay? So we have tangent of an angle equals opposite over adjacent. Let's plug in our information. Do we have an angle? We sure do, 49. Tangent 49 degrees is equal to opposite. Do we have an opposite? We sure do, 27 centimeters divided by adjacent. Do you have adjacent? No. Put a question mark. We set it up. Now, I will tell you, the tangent of 49 degrees is equal to, what is it, tangent 49 degrees? The tangent of 49 degrees is equal to 1.15. I'm going to tell you the answer, okay? Later on, I'll teach you how to do this. But the tangent of 49 degrees is 1.15 equals 27 centimeters divided by question mark. And there we go. We got a classic cross multiplication problem. Very easy to do. Let's do it right now. See, trigonometry, it's very easy. Am I too close? Let's go back a little bit. Here we go. Tangent 49 is 1.15 equals to opposite. Opposite was 27 centimeters divided by adjacent, which you have to find out, which means it's a question mark. Cross multiply. First thing, if this is a fraction, turn this into a fraction. How do you turn that into a fraction? Divided by 1. Done. Cross multiply. Let's do it. 1.15 times question mark is 1.15 question mark. 1 times 27 is just good old 27. Easy. Question mark has to be alone. How do we get rid of 1.15? You divide it by 1.15. Same number. Whatever you divide on the left side, you divide on the right side. 1.15. And now, let's do it. 1.15 divided by 1.15, cross it out, it's 1, which means just good old question mark. And now, we're going to do 27 divided by 1.15. Now, if you guys remember, you got to use a high school division technique. Get rid of that decimal point. Kick it out. You don't want it. How do you kick it out? Multiply top and bottom by 10. Good. 27 times 10 is, I'm going to write it over here for you. 27 times 10 is 270. 1.15 times 10, decimal, multiply, right. How many jumps to the right? 1 jump. 11.5. Is that good enough? No. Keep going on. Get rid of that decimal point. Push it out. How do you push it out? Multiply top and bottom by 10 again. 270 times 10, 2,700. 11.5 times 10, jump to the right, 1 jump, 115. And now, easy peasy division. 2,700 divided by 115. So 2,700 divided by 115. Is 2 bigger than 115? No. Is 27 bigger than 115? No. Is 270 bigger than 115? Yes. Cut. 115 times what number close to 270? Let's see. Let's try 115 times 2. 5 times 2 is 10. 2 times 1 is 2. 3, 2. 230. That's pretty close. Let's do that. 115 times 2 is 230. Subtract it, 0, 4. 40. 40's got no friend. Who's going to be his friend? Mr. 0, coming down. And now, 115 times some number, very close to 400. I don't know. I'll take a guess. How about 3? 5 times 3 is 15. 3 times 1 is 3, 4, 345. That's pretty close. Let's use that. Subtract it. 9 minus 4 is 5. Activate destruction. Boom! 3. 55. 55 is alone and homeless. Who's going to be his buddy and friend? 0 the hero. How do you activate? Decimal point. Boom! And here's 0 the hero. And make sure you put a smiley face. 115 times some number close to 550. How about 115 times, I don't know, how about 4? 5 4s are 20. 4 ones are 4, 460. That's pretty close, right? Let me try another one. 6, 7, 5, 6, 5. Nope, 4 is good enough. So that was 2, 4 ones are 4, 6, 460. Minus it again. 9, cross it out, 90. Who's gonna help him out? 0 the hero again. Same old stuff. And 115 times some number close to 900. Let's see, 115 times 7. 5 is 35. 7 is 7, 8, 9, 10. 7, 805. I think that's good. And there we go. Final answer, after you do all your division work. The length of the adjacent side of this right triangle, after you do all the calculations and use the right formula, the length of this adjacent side is 23.47 centimeters. Whew! And this is how you use trigonometry in order to solve the length of a triangle when you're given just an angle and just one side. Trigonometry. Follow these steps and you will always get it right. Thank you.